Well, hello, my name is Robb Hill, and I thank you for letting me speak into your life at this moment. I'm the author of Ask the Right Questions, Get the Right Answers for Sound Financial Retirement Planning, and the founder of R Hill Enterprises. Our goal is to help you realize that there's so much more to this place called retirement than having a nest egg. There's positioning that needs to go on. There are things like wills and trusts and long-term care and safe alternatives to the stock market and final expense. These are areas that need to be addressed. Okay, and you're going to need to find some competent professionals to help you in these different areas. See, most of us are running around. I'm talking about baby boomers, people born from 1946 to 1964, the biggest segment of the population. And they are retiring at 10,000 a clip every day. The problem is many of them think that retirement is an age. And it is not. It used to be, but it's not anymore. Retirement, my friend, is a financial position, and that financial position is achieved through years of disciplined effort. Okay, disciplined effort. A lot of people talk about discipline, and they use it in context of punishment. Discipline and punishment are two different things. Punishment is a consequence for doing something wrong. Discipline is a command that you give yourself to do something right. Okay? This thing about our illustrious leverage to the hilt government and different states also. The state of Illinois, you take that one. They're on the verge. Look at Detroit. Look at this entitlement mentality is permeating every area of our government. And the population too, because we live in a consumer-driven economy. So guess what? It is designed for you to go into debt and stay that way all your life. Why do you think they make new cars every day and all this kind of stuff? Well, you want to keep up with the Joneses. Do you know that the Joneses are broke? They're just look good, smell good, and flat broke. And you follow them too, right down that road. I mean, 10 to 15 years into retirement, sadly, so many people are going to be destitute because the system is designed that way. But see, when retirement first came about, you wonder where did 65 come from? Well, it came from Germany. And FDR put that in place. He died 2 years too soon to collect his retirement. That's the way it was. On average, people were living 18 months in retirement. Companies could stomach that. The United States of America was the number one manufacturer in the world at the time because of World War I and World War II. The United States emerged as a supreme manufacturer, and we helped rebuild the world. And now the world has got its hands in our pocket. And they are taking and taking and taking, and we got a government that ain't got a clue. So now it's up to me and you. It's your personal economy that's going to make a difference. It's up to us to get our own financial house in order. And I'm here to let you know that you do have options, but your opponent is time. And time is wiping those options off with every passing day. So you got to start now. You got to do something now to get this thing in order, or just come to grips with the fact that you're going to die on the job. So many people do that. I was talking to one of my clients one time, and he said the funniest thing to me. I told him, well, it would be a tragedy for you to die without having life insurance and all that stuff in place. And he looked at me out of a fishy eye, and he said, Rob, when I die, I want it to be a real tragedy. So I ain't getting no insurance. I was like, what? But that's where he was. Then too, I went into another client of mine home, and she had this sign on the wall, and it said, retirement, half as much money, twice as much husband. And now I know why I saw that sign, because it is very, very true. Half as much money, twice as much husband. And there are so many different statistics out there. Do you know that the cost of living doubles every 10 years? Never thought about that, right? Well, just think about this. If you living good on, or you living for $50,000 a year right now, and you live 10 more years, guess what that $50,000 is going to have to turn into? It's going to have to turn into $100,000 just to maintain. How do you do that? You know, cost of living allowances and all this kind of stuff doesn't keep up with this thing called inflation. And that's another myth. Inflation. Where does that come from? You know what? I submit to you that it's not inflation. I submit to you that it's devaluing of the dollar. That's what's happening. See, because the dollar is getting weaker and weaker. Things aren't costing more. It's because our government is printing money. I mean, they're printing so much of it that is so plentiful that it's practically worthless. That's where it's headed. So then you got these people talking about precious metals. Good idea. But if you buy those precious metals, what are they going to take in payment? Cash. Cash is king, my friend. You can't take gold around and spend it. No, what you want to do is you're going to hold on to gold and hope that it increases in value. But things fluctuate and all that kind of stuff. So what you really want to do is you want to have cash, because they take cash at Jewel. They take cash at Walmart. The best thing you're going to be able to do with a piece of gold is you're going to take it to a pawn shop. Right? And you know you're not going to get what it's worth there. So the thing about it is you need to go on ahead and mind your own finances. You need to stop hoping and praying that these promises that are made to you are going to be there. And if they are, that's great. And if they aren't, you be prepared. See, because I learned back a long time ago when I was in basic training from the illustrious Staff Sergeant Tucker, my drill instructor, you know. We were going on a 12-mile march, and I was down in Alabama, and it was hot. You hear me? Hot! And so we had to load all of this stuff into our rucksacks. And I was like, well, why we got to take this? And why we don't need this and all this kind of stuff. And Staff Sergeant Tucker walked over to me, and he used to call me Private Dizzy. That's another story. But anyway, he walked over to me, and he said, I said to him, I said, we don't need this. Why? He said, Hill, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And that, my friends, has stuck with me forever. Best piece of information I ever got. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I look forward to working with you. When we got this other aspect of our planning, and this our policy performance audit. Okay, we'll audit your program, your insurance policies, everything for you for free. And we can also refer you to someone in your area, no matter what state you're in. We've got professionals all across this nation that can help you get your house in order, or maybe fix things. Or if everything's good, that's a beautiful thing too. We're going to let you know that too. Again, my name is Robb Hill. Ask the right questions, get the right answers for sound financial retirement planning. Available everywhere. Get your copy today. Thank you.